Or is that just me? I get called, and here's the kicker. This week I did it, and like six teamies commented, "Yeah, I'm in." And then someone's like, I think it was Tessa. She's like, you're in your VIP page, and no one else knows. I was like, great. So my VIP page now knows that there's a 5-day recruiting challenge coming at them. I love that. They didn't fall victim to it though, dang it. Nice. Okay. Did the live stream pop up? Let me get
Yeah.
this. You commented. Yeah. Okay. We're good. I have to monitor for comments over there. Okay. So welcome to Work It Wednesday. I love seeing so many new faces. This is exciting. So tonight I want to know, who has anybody done a power hour before? Because we're gonna do a power hour. Okay, perfect. Some have, some haven't. All right. Well, we have compiled a list of different activities. This is something that on my team page, we're going to start doing once a week. We're going to rotate date and time, some during the day, sometimes at night. But it's going to be call to actions to do for 1 hour to work your business for growth. So I thought, what better way to do it than to actually do it here on one of our Work It Wednesdays, so everybody can kind of get a taste for it. These will be actual things that you guys can do if it's late in your area and you feel like, I don't want to like reach out to customers right now. I just ask that during that time period, you like write down the people you want to contact tomorrow when it is a decent time. And then Dylan, you wanted to add something on that, correct?
Yeah, I just think to make it a little bit fun, as we go through this activity, if you want to, they're going to be in increments of 3 minutes. There are some that are a little bit longer. But when you are done with the task, just make sure you drop a reaction. So you can either heart it or you can do the confetti. Any of those things, you can just use the reactions on the bottom of your screen. And that way we know people are participating and that they're completing the task.
Now I gotta learn something new.
Renee.
And we love to learn new tasks.
Okay.
Your reactions.
It says reactions. Ah,
You
Yep.
want to test it out? There, she found it. So
There you go.
anything you want to do, there's a reactions depending on what device you're on, but you can put up in your screen just something. Okay, so I am literally, this is how official this is going to be. I will have a 3-minute timer set each time, so you know that 3 minutes is up, so it doesn't get away from us. And then if you have another device, it might make it easier to have that available, your customer information, social media, and stuff like that. All right, does anybody have any questions on the vagueness we've given you so far? Okay, so first thing we're going to start with, how many of you log your daily numbers?
not me.
About a quarter. Okay. This is something I strongly recommend for everyone. I don't care if you just joined yesterday. Logging your numbers is really important for you to see the growth that you are having from day to day, month to month, year to year. I wish I would have started tracking my numbers way, way sooner than I did. Because then I would have something to know last year where I was at. And Katie and I just had a call this week, and she's probably thinking, hey, we just talked about this. Did you get your, did you start?
No, I did not start yet, but I made other progress on other Scentsy related things that were intentional. Someone today said that she's joining, so that felt awesome. And so we'll see. She hasn't yet like today, so I'm gonna give her like a day or whatever, and then I'm gonna be like, remember that little conversation we had? So things have happened. They weren't specific to that though. So
okay, that's okay. All right, so our first 3 minutes, basically what I want you guys to do is to figure out how you're going to start tracking your numbers if you don't. So basically it can be as easier as, if you have a planner, writing down now your PRV and your GWV. If you're a director, you're going to have your TWV as well, and then your number of active frontline. This can literally be pen and paper. I am a computer electronic girl, so I love to have a spreadsheet like on Google Excel or Google Sheets or Excel, to have it to where I can do it every night. You can literally just screenshot your numbers on your photo album and be able to go back through it. Whatever works with your brain. I just highly encourage everyone to track those numbers. There's going to be so much positive growth from seeing that. I also like to challenge myself, because if I see my PRV not growing personal and I look back at that list, then I'd be like, girlfriend, you need to get on it. Like, you're behind. You need to sell at least a wax bar today. So our first 3 minutes, we're going to create how, and this doesn't have to be your full system, but just create a little, like, how you're going to do those, and then go and grab your numbers and write it down, however you're going to do it. Good. This one might not take quite as long, but if anybody doesn't know how to get into that, just let me know. And you can use the chat too.
Tabitha, can you explain to our newer people, because I have two that might not understand what, I mean, I think they know what PRV is,
Mhm.
but can you explain to them more about TWV and GWV so that they understand it more?
For sure.
Thanks,
So your
honey.
GWV is going to be your group wholesale volume. And what that is it's compiled of 75% of you and your team sales. So as of right now, you're just gonna, if you don't have any teamies underneath you, it's just you are the only one compiling into that GWV column. Once you have teamies come up, it's gonna compile, and that's what's going to take you to your next promotions. Now, once you get a director underneath you, that's when your TWV comes involved, which is team wholesale volume. So then you'll have 3 circles, and then it's, I don't want to confuse you too much on it, but it's going to be like, say I'm a director, my team is going to account to that TWV, but then if I have more directors underneath me, then that's going to be GWV. It's kind of hard to explain, I guess. I probably did a horrible way in that, but it will break apart once you have directors underneath you. But for now, your GWV is all you need to worry about.
And it's nice as a new person. What I tell my new people is if you're tracking it every day, you know that, okay, if my goal for the month is to sell $500, I can break it down by day, week, by the 1st, the 15th, and the 30th. And knowing that, I have been tracking my numbers for several years, and there are a couple months where I get very slacked and I don't know where I'm at. And then the last week I'm like, oh my God, I got to sell $700 to hit my 2,000. And so I just have one of those quick dollar store, little quick calendars, because it's easy for me to know that I can just jump right in there and write it on there. If I don't write it down, I screenshot it every day, and then I go write it down in my calendar, and it makes me feel better.
Yeah, whatever. And there's so many different systems that are going to work. And to kind of add on to that, say the next month you're having a slow time and you're like, what worked for me so well? Especially the longer you do this, it's going to be hard to remember what worked, what didn't work, what have I tried, what I haven't tried, because there's so many different options out there. So by having that, you can be like, wow, I put in 200 PRV today. Where did that come from? And then I like to make little notes whenever I have a high jump in something that just allows me to know what was successful, what gave me more PRV that week or month or day or whatever. So the more information you can give yourself now, the better off you're going to help your future self. All right, that is going to end our.
Didn't know the Scentsy planner that they sell has the tracker in it for that.
Oh, good tip. I never buy that thing. Didn't know that was in there. Cool.
Yep. There's one already made in it for you if you're interested in that planner.
That is really exciting. So Scentsy planner from the consultant store. All right, next task, super easy. I want everybody to go to their Facebook, and I want you to wish people a happy birthday that is their birthday today or that you might have missed in the last few days. And you are literally just saying happy birthday. Or, I mean, you can say more than that if you would like, but this is nothing Scentsy related. We're just making genuine connection.
I think I already did this, but I'm going to go check. Make sure I didn't miss anybody.
There we go.
One thing I advise for birthdays, when you are doing this is like my flow. I love doing this on a daily basis. So one thing I do, it's really easy. You can just type in birthdays on Facebook, like Tabitha said, and you can post to their wall. But since so many people get so many different people on their profile doing this, they get mixed in and sometimes you don't see them all. So I personally click on each person's profile and send them a direct message. That way I know they're going to see it. and it gives them a chance to respond and say thank you or whatever they may say. And then we can build a conversation from there. So I just suggest messaging instead of posting straight to their wall if you're going to do this.
Great tip.
Do
You
you
can
find-
also do specials, like if you personally message them, be like, in celebration of your birthday, I'll give you whatever it is, like a free wax bar with your order, 10% off. It is a one-on-one communication at that point. So that is you can do that one-on-one with a personal special. But if you have that and you're just trying to get orders or whatever, like you have that ability to be able to offer that personal special as well.
Yeah, I give away half offs on their birthday, especially if it's someone that I know personally. I don't message every single person. Obviously, like I'm looking through my birthdays and I have like 15 or 20 people today. I don't have 20 half offs. But if it's someone that I know that has ordered in the past or whatever, I might message them. Like I messaged someone with their birthday and I was like, hey, I wanted to wish you happy birthday. I have a half off for you to use, no strings attached, because I had my rewards. I had my perpetual party reward, and I was just going to give it to them. And she was like, oh my gosh, actually, I was also wanting to order. Can I use my half off and order? I'm like, of course you can. So, yeah.
Where do you
That is a
find-
great tip. A lot of times people are trying to figure out what to do with their half offs too, and that's a great way to be able to do that. Less than a minute left. And if you are watching on Facebook, feel free to follow along and just drop something in the comments as you're doing that.
Oh, I forgot to send my little thing I learned.
Oh, your little emoji?
Okay. Not missing two.
I love that. Dylan's like, we did this at my work on Zooms when we've completed a task. And I was like, well, that's fun. Let's do it. Why not?
I love this, by the way, because I try to be very intentional on my Facebook, but I totally forget about birthdays unless it's someone I know well. Like
Yeah.
Dylan's birthday, I post something, I'm like, Dylan, it's your birthday. But then if it's someone like that I barely know, I'm like, oh, well, it's their birthday. That's good for them. So this is great. I love it.
I bet they're happy. That's perfect. All right, moving on to the next task. I will also post this. I might, now, you know what? I'm not even gonna spend the time to make it prettier. I'm just gonna post it like it is. You guys just get it. Okay, perfect. All right. So now we're gonna start 5 conversations that are nonsensey related. So scroll through your Facebook. This is the easiest way I find to do it, and find 5 posts that maybe someone was in a track, or their kid started track, or maybe it is they had an anniversary. I'm sucking at coming up with ideas at the moment. Tons of them. Just something nonsense related. Saying, I've been thinking of you, came on my mind. Let me start the timer. And if you feel like it's too late, just write down the names of the people you want to do tomorrow.
Are we reaching out to them or are we commenting?
You're reaching out to
Yeah,
them.
that's what I thought.
Not
Yeah.
commenting on posts that may or may not be coming later.
Okay, we're gonna make a list for tomorrow then.
And that's totally fine. This is to get you in the habit of, if you're scrolling Facebook, if you find yourself just sitting there and scrolling, try to be intentional about it. We're trying to make as many genuine connections as we can with people outside of Scentsy that we actually care about their life. We care about what their kids are doing. We care about what their husband's doing, their wife's doing, whatever it might be. We do care about that connection with them. And the more genuine connections that you can create, the better your business will be, because people will do business with you, because people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Another thing when doing that, when you're reaching out to someone, something that works really well is if you send them a voice message. You could do that either through the Facebook Messenger or just on their phone, whatever. And just by, them hearing your voice, they can relate to that. So it's nice when you're able to do something like that as well.
Yes.
It doesn't have to just be a text.
Love that. And think about how many times you've read a text and you're not sure the way they're coming off. Or was that a question? Was that anger? Like whatever. Like in a voice message, if you're super excited about something or their business and you send it in a voice text, like they're going to get that a lot more than they will in a text message. It'll go a lot long or a longer way.
Well, and sometimes they can feel your I'll use a message like a message that I sent to Shelley Boyle the other day, and I was rambling on and on and on, talking really fast, and I was so excited about something. And she's like, I'm so glad you taught me how to do these voice message things because it's so good to hear your voice. So just think of what it's like when you reach out to someone in your thread that's a customer or whatever, that you can reach out to them and say, hey, I was thinking of you. It's the first day of spring. Guess what? There's only so many more days till first day of summer, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Agree wholeheartedly with that.
Do you
And
know
it-
what I noticed?
Yes.
I noticed scrolling through my Facebook that I have more consultants than I do
Yeah.
customers.
And
There's
that's why that's another reason you have to be constantly acting on your customers' profiles so they're in your feeds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I noticed that today when I was before this, but I was scrolling through and I just had so many consultants popping through on my feed that I was like, I really don't have anybody to even like comment on their stuff because I don't see it because it's not here.
So that tells me like tomorrow something or whenever you have downtime, you need to go through your actual friend list on Facebook and start clicking on the people who are your customers, going to their profile and interacting with them more, being more intentional about it. Because yes, we're all friends with Scentsy consultants. We love seeing what they're working on, but it's at the mercy of our customers when we're not making sure that we're still following up with them because we're not going to know what's going on in their life. We're not going to be able to give that personalized touch by missing what's happening because we're too busy watching how other people are working their business.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is you can still be friends with Scentsy consultants, but if they are an acquaintance or someone that's friended you because you share this and you share that, you can go and unfollow them, but still be friends with them. And then if you're thinking, oh yeah, I haven't seen Susie Jane for a while, I'm going to go and see what she's doing in her business. And then that way that prevents some of that stuff from not showing up in your feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also will go to just the friends feed, and that shows like the most recent posts. So it's people that I don't normally see in my main feed.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, Facebook's wonky. You've gotta play the game to be able to get the results.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for a big scary one? We are going to offer the opportunity to 5 people. So you are going to think about if you have a list of people who have expressed joining in the past, this is the time to let them know we have a $35 join special. Again, if you feel like it's too late, write down the name of 5 people that you can message tomorrow. Find a way to make it genuinely you. And if you can't get to 5 people in 3 minutes, that's okay. But this drill is to help you normalize talking with people about joining, because so many times we don't offer it because we already answer it for them in their head. And we think they might not be interested. We think they already make good money. So why would they want to do something like this? We have to remember people join Scentsy for so many different reasons. It's not just a one and done thing. So 5 people to offer the join opportunity to.
While we're talking about join opportunity, Tab, you'll be so happy. I have a new teamie.
I am so proud of. There you are. I was like, where are you? That is amazing.
I
Made me-
had somebody.
It's fine.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying it made me nervous, but we did it.
Good. If
And I
you're
always
nervous-
forget Kelly's on your training. I keep thinking Kelly's part of Thursday night shift.
I'm Tabitha's. I had somebody message me on Instagram this morning at like 7 a.m. asking me, like, I had posted my new teamie like on my stories. I always put like welcome to the team and like a picture of them showing everybody that people are joining.
Yes.
And she commented on that picture and she said, so do you get something for every teamie? that you sign up. And I pretty much told her, I was like, no, not really. I just want to give everybody the opportunity, and I want to help people reach their goals and, you know, do what they want to do that makes them happy. So I got my fingers crossed that she comes back later with like, hey, by the way.
That's
It'd
a
be
plan
great.
B. And you do have to remember, as you guys are making these touch points, no is not scary. And it is just a no, not right now.
That's
So
right.
many times people don't want to ask because they're so afraid of hearing the word no, but that's literally the worst thing that can happen, or they leave you unread. And neither one of those you're not going to die from. And the more you hear it, the more it is normal and the closer you are to a yes. So think of it, you are planting seeds right now that very much can come to harvest later on. Got about a minute left. Make sure you at least have your list. And I highly encourage you guys, if you're not able to complete it in the 3-minute task, that you do come back to do it and don't just put it to the side, because these simple tasks are very important for the growth of your business.
And also, like, if they want to, like, they can also share on their Facebook about like rejoining for free too.
So many
'Cause
people don't
that's-
do that.
Yeah, I have people all the time. They're like, "Well, how long's that offer for?" I'm like, "Always." But I mean, like, people can rejoin for free. So once in a while, I'll just post on Facebook and be like, "What would you do if you could rejoin Scentsy for free?" And then people are like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I get people that rejoin, like Emily. She rejoined, and look at her, she's a freaking rock star. Like, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, people don't count out reinstatements. Grace is one of my reinstatements, and she's amazing. Like, it wasn't her time the first time she joined way back in 2014, but now she has a different community and different style. So reinstatements can be absolutely your gold nuggets. And a lot of times they don't realize that the requirements have changed for Scentsy. Before, it used to be active every 4 months instead of every 12 months. That changes things drastically for people. So if you're not offering people to come back for free, you're definitely missing an opportunity of people that have used to sell Scentsy in OG days.
And funny story, Grace. So you and I were at camp, obviously, with Tabitha. My best friend is Jamie. I'm trying to see if I can see Grace's face. My best friend is Jamie. Is she not on here? Like her face? Is she on here? Yeah, she's on here. Okay.
I'm on here, just not on there.
Okay. So did you work with a Jamie Summers?
Well,
Or
sort of.
work kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, so I saw Grace Bauer is like, you went to that camp thing with her. She goes, I like adore her. She's like, and she is like on fire for Scentsy. That's so good for her. I was like, I have to tell her that. And now you're here. So I'm telling you that. She said you look incredible, and she can tell that you got like a fire. So just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you.
I love
You're
that.
welcome.
That's making me feel good. All right. So the next 3 minutes, we are going to go and look at our friends list and invite people to our VIP group that's not in there. Because I think that's something we overlook all the time, of people we should be adding to our VIP group that we already assume is in there. And we should always, if you don't have a VIP group, I didn't come up with an alternative challenge for that.
Create a VIP group.
That's what I was going to say, create one. That's actually the first thing that popped in my head, but I was like, I don't want to peer pressure anybody to have it, but yeah, so yeah, go create a VIP group because it's great. It's great to have a community for your customers, honestly.
I was gonna say, a couple months ago, I ended up going through my VIP group and kind of like comparing it to my normal Facebook group to see who was in my VIP and who wasn't. And then I found one of the friends that I do talk to quite a bit that she wasn't in the VIP. So I sent her a message and just said, hey, I noticed that you weren't in my VIP group for Scentsy. Would you be interested in being added? Because I don't want to like add people just to add people without them knowing that I'm doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I personally asked each person.
Well, and you think about it, how many times do you get invited to different parties, groups, events, and stuff on Facebook that you just ignore because it's just another one? So when you make it personal like that, like you actually care, like, I think this would be a really good fit for you, or I think you'd find some good content, or I'd love to be able to share another side of my personal life that I only share in my VIP group. Would you be interested in joining? Because there is a key like algorithm shift in your VIP group that, you know, if you make it exclusive and you make it like a place where you can only get if you're in it, like that's going to be appealing for people.
And the funny thing is after I had sent her that message, she at first said no, thank you. And she said, I don't warm wax and I don't do warmers. And I was like, okay, but we don't just have, and I just replied with, we're more than that. We have cleaning solution. We have, you know what I mean? I went through all of the stuff and she's like, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So then she changed her no to yes.
There you go.
Another thing, like I did this in my VIP group. I went live on my personal page, like in the public eye, and shared. I had unboxed Box of Scentsy or whatever, and then I said, okay, I'm about to go live in my VIP group only to show the new catalog because this was like last month, and
Like a
I
teaser.
just went in my VIP group and just went live for them and just kind of shared my screen and shared the catalog with them. And I hit my March incentive just by doing that.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, but it's just making it exclusive. People want to be in things that they don't feel like they have access to. You know, people want to buy into whatever it is. Like if you make something shiny and glittery that's going to make people's attention, like, you know, gift bags at Gift Exchange, we found out the sparkly ones do the best, you know, like that is what people want to see. So highlight what is important to you in your VIP page or make it exclusive to make people want to be there.
Tabitha, do you have like any like training recommendations for people that are just creating their VIP groups that they can go to, or do you have like any
Ooh.
suggestions? If
You
you don't
know
have the
what?
time for that, that's totally fine. I just didn't know if you knew of.
I'll write that down so I can look because
Okay, I'll look also.
What was the question?
VIP
If
group.
there's like, oh, go ahead.
No, you're okay. What's your question?
VIP group training. Like I have a VIP group, but like I know different people. It's new for like so I know at least I know my two girls that are like my two newest girls. I doubt either one of them have it yet because it's new. I mean, if they do, awesome. But it might be scary and not knowing like what exactly to do with a VIP group. So like I know if there was like any trainings that you guys already knew of that they can go look up.
I
I feel
don't know
like
of any trainings, but I know like the way I teach, this is how I teach my girls, or my girl, the one girl I have right now. I have a team of 11, but they all fell off. But anyways, I always do their launch party and then turn that into their VIP group and
Yeah.
just tell them, okay, now whatever hits news tab or like just share something fun every day. Like I try to start off there. And a lot of times they're still in my VIP group because I let them stay there for at least the first 3 months. I just tell them, okay, if you're going to take a post out of my VIP, please make sure that you either like, comment, or something, like, you know, share the love on it.
Yeah.
But for the first 3 months, I allow them to do that. That way they learn what I'm doing in my VIP group and they replicate it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Maybe I should do training on that.
That's what I was like. I think I'm just gonna have to record one. Sashi, you got some you wanted to add?
On VIP.
So there are a lot of mock groups, and there is a VIP mock group. If anyone would be interested in that.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah, I know of two really good ones that I follow as well. So we can definitely share those links. I didn't think about saying that. Thank you, Sasha. Okay, next task. We did VIP. All right. It is now time to comment on 5 people's posts. Random people, profile pictures are really good when people update it. You think profile pictures are people's favorite pictures of themselves. They make it their profile picture for a reason. So that's a really go-to be able to comment on people, but that's going to help with the algorithm.
If you are in any book clubs or any groups, those are great groups to comment in, because if you have your profile set that you're in Scentsy and they see you in the group commenting a lot of times, and if they think you're fun, they'll go to your personal page, and sometimes they'll friend you. So that's always a good place when you're trying to look for your 5 people to post on, is to do it in groups that you belong into.
I love that. That is so good. And it's true. We always talk about how we need to find our community inside these groups, like things that we have similar interest in. But like, obviously, like you can't go in there just posting that you sell Scentsy. So you have to find a way to make a genuine connection with them. So that's a really good way to comment on them. So then they want to come to your page to follow you. And then like Scentsy will, it will genuinely come up. You don't have to worry about that. Like it just comes up. We typically eat, breathe, and sleep Scentsy. At some point, it is going to come up. And if you're nervous of how to bring it up, when people say, "Hey, what do you do for a living?" Right there's your gateway, because that's one of the first questions people ask. So very
Well,
good.
if you also have like your bio written out, having your website in your bio, and I'm a Scentsy rep consultant, or I like Scentsy, I sell Scentsy, something in the bio that says that, then they can see it right underneath your profile picture.
Yeah. Something I recommend for everybody to do is to have at least one place on your profile stating that you're an independent Scentsy consultant. I forgot to set a timer. Oops.
Right now.
Yep. It's fine. Give another minute on that, and then we'll.
Tabitha, you said you're gonna, all these things that you're telling us to do, you're gonna post in the suite. I love that. Thank you.
Of course. Couple more seconds.
Excuse me.
Okay. So the next one, we are going to do the next 2. I'm actually going to set the timer for 6 minutes because they kind of go hand in hand. Here's something that I know I definitely fail on more so than I should. And this will be 2 parts. So if you currently have a story either on Facebook or Instagram right now, I want you to swipe up and then interact with we didn't say. Okay, so interact with 5 people that have interacted with your story. So watched it, liked it, messaged you, whatever. If you don't have a story posted right now, your challenge is to post a story. An example would be taking a picture of all of us here on this power hour, posting it to your social media to show people you are doing a team activity. A lot of people crave community. And so when you're doing these team events and you show that, it's going to be like, well, look at all those people hanging out. Like, I want to do something fun like that. How do I get in that club? So it's very enticing for people. And I love posting anytime I'm watching trainings, doing Zooms, anything like that to my social media. So people see that it's more than just we're slinging wax, you know? So we have 6 minutes to comment on 5 people that have interacted with our stories, or if we don't have a story, to post this on our story. And if anybody has any input on that, you are welcome to share. Like I should have music or something playing in the background for this. I've never been like work quiet. Normally I'm just yapping.
Hey, I'm going. Oh.
I don't know if she can hear me. Can you all hear me?
Oh, you're so quiet.
Okay. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, there you are.
I don't know. I only have I have 3 stories, but only like 5 people have like interacted, and like 3 of them are Cincy consultants. So like I don't have a lot of interaction.
That's okay. You're still building at that. So definitely post this on your story. And then if you don't know those Cincy consultants, or even if you do, just send them a quick message and just thank you for watching my story. I hope I can bring you content, or I hope you're having a great day. Like, it's just as simple as making connection. And that connection can be with other Cincy consultants, because this is a family. Like, and you do want to build those relationships on both sides of it.
Thank you.
Of course. Has anybody never posted a story before? You guys all have. Want to make sure I wasn't like totally throwing you in the deep end. And you're like, I've never done this before.
How do I take a picture on the computer?
You what?
How do I take a picture?
With another device?
Oh, well, okay, I can do that, but
Come on, you're not a rookie. I know. You got this.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
well, I'm on my computer. I don't know how to screenshot on my computer.
Yeah. Use your phone to take a picture.
Right.
Teresa, are you looking on Facebook or Instagram? I guess it's the same way for both. So you'll literally just pull your story up. So here's one of mine. I don't know if you can see this. And then just swipe up on it. And that's going to show you who has viewed your stories. Does that help you? Because at the bottom, it'll say how many views you had. And then if you swipe up on it, it'll tell you who you have and who's interacted with it. And that's definitely something like I want to be more like, those are the people obviously that are, if they're watching my stories every single day, like Annette, she loves to watch me. I love when she drops in my inbox. But if there's
No, it's like watching your baby grow up, and it's just like all I can say is when I tell people if there's someone you need to watch who's consistent, you need to watch Tabitha. She's
That's
very
what I say
consistent.
too. That's what I
So-
say too.
it was like a while back, Dylan told me, he's like, you'll never believe I was just in this group and they brought you up that you're someone you should follow. And I was like, what? Talking about me. And it was you. I was like, oh, of course. I love her.
It's like my camp bestie, yeah. Plus, you give me great ideas, and I'm like, holy crap, I need to do that. Like, I need to create more reels and be more confident with, yeah.
This is 2024 is my year of content. So if you're looking to
I
take
know, and that's the good thing about it. And I think some of the message that you were like, do it scared, do it anyway, even if you're not all dressed up. That's one of the things that's just to remember that and know that. And you have to be in the mindset. I will tell you, if you're a new consultant, do not compare yourself
Nope.
to us tenured people. Don't.
Don't
It's
compare
that
your
if
day
you
one.
can't scroll and you can't follow someone and not be jealous of them, then that's probably not a task you should be doing, because that's not good for you.
You never want to compare your day one to someone's day 5,000 because you'll never
Yes.
captivate that. But the good thing is the community is all about sharing. So you'll be able to see from people what's working. What have they tried that didn't work? Or, people are constantly sharing. So it's there, but it's very easy to get overwhelmed as well because there is so much. So you just have to focus on one thing at a time. I love to just be like, okay, this is my focus this month. I want to master this before I even try to put anything else on my plate. Because if you don't do that, you're going to be like, ooh, mystery boxes. Ooh, I can do 10 bar specials. Ooh, I can, there's so many different ideas. And then guess what? You do nothing because
Yes, me.
so many dang ideas in your head that now you're frozen. So pick one, go with it, make it good, make it your thing. And then when people start getting not interested in that, then you move on to something else that you can try.
Yes, because you can't do 15 things well. You can only do one or two. And once you perfect that and you're consistent with it and you're doing it every day, then you can add one or two more things in there.
Correct.
Yep.
And I just tell you guys, I went live earlier today just on a whim doing my laundry, and I like made my husband record me. I'm like, you're doing this. Go stand right here with this phone right now and help me out. And he was happy to do it. And I did that, and I looked at who liked it, and it was like a lot of you dorks who love me already, so thank you for that. And then there were a couple other like completely random people. One is like a former student of mine. I look super youthful, but I teach kids who are now like 25 years old, so it's a whole thing. Anyway, I went and thanked one of them for watching, and a lady who I used to go to church with, who I have not interacted with in real life in years, like at all. I just was like, thank you for watching my live earlier today, Andrea. I feel the love. She said, you're welcome. Now I know where to come to if I need anything. What the heck? Like, I didn't, if I didn't send that message because you just made me do it because she was watching my story and I was like, oh yeah, she watched my live earlier. I need to send her this message. I would never have just like cold messaged her that. And I didn't mention Scentsy once. I just said, thank you for watching my live earlier today, Andrea. I feel the love. That is all. And now
that is really good, and that's authentic.
Yeah, it was authentic. I was grateful that she watched it because it was a random thing in the middle of the day, me doing my laundry. Why do you want to watch it? You're not already my customer or my bestie. Like, you don't care. You know what I mean? But now she's like, I know where to come to if I need anything. So the next time something stinks, who's she going to think about? This kid right here who did her dorky laundry live. So
Katie, can you do your accent for those who don't know you yet?
Cheryl, I am not a performing bear in a circus. I don't just do things because you tell me to, okay? I will do it when and where I want to, and you are not the boss of me. How dare you?
So Macy and Daisy, are you still on here? I don't know if they're still on here or not. Do you guys remember the girl I posted? I think when we were at coffee and I played that song. That's her. Katie, we have that group chat, right, from camp or whatever, and I was like, this is what Scentsy family is about. And I played from you where you were like, if you don't believe in yourself, how dare you? And I was like, this is what it's about. And now they actually get to see your face. So thank you for that.
I love it. I am here to be your everything. You're welcome. I perform on demand, contrary to what Lindy may have just told you.
Lindy's bossy.
She is rude, okay?
I love it. Okay, so speaking of thanking our customers, that rolls perfectly into our next task, which is 3 minutes of customer appreciation action. Not asking for a sell, genuinely thanking them. So just thanking people that have supported you in your business, thanking people who have shared your live, thanking people who have referred people to you, thanking them for a past purchase and letting them know the support of your business literally means the world to them. We need to be better at showing people what this business does for us on a personal level. Whether it's paying your car payment, whether it's just literally a creativity for your artistic brain that you don't know what else to do with, but you're able to make these big, beautiful bundles. If that's what it is, share that. But our customers are going to support us the more that they know what we're actually doing and how it's helping us mentally, financially, because whatever it is that Scentsy is bringing to your table, we need to show that. And that's what social media is so good at doing in your stories. And think of your stories in your all your different platforms, your wall, going live. Think of that as all different people you're speaking to. I promise you, not everybody that follows you is watching every single platform that you're on. So when you're talking about it, you may have a person that will never watch a whole live video that you do, but they still want to know what you're saying. So I challenge you, anytime you go live, put something in your story that just does a recap of what that live was about. So that way you're still captivating multiple different audiences. But yeah, we're thanking our customers. 3 minutes, go. Sorry, that was a little breathy. That's normally what my trainings are like. So if you show up again on Wednesday, this is what you get.
We love it.
So I have a question. Are we thanking them through messaging? Are we thanking them like on their own, like through their wall on Facebook? Or are we thanking them on our profile? Like, how are we thanking them?
However you want to do it, however you best seem fit.
Okay.
But I know it is creeping up on 10 o'clock here. So again, if this is something you feel like it's too late.
So an example for if you are someone who, let's say you come home from work late and you get dinner late and you're just now getting to be able to interact on social media, you can thank someone in the comments when they commented on something of yours, but you also can create like a cute little post or whatever that is thanking them in your VIP group, even though it's really after customer service hours, so to speak. You still can do that because it's still counting. The goal would be to do your power hour earlier in the day, and then you can interact with them live.
Yeah, and that's typically what it'll be. I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of something that, you know, as my team, what we're going to start doing, but I wanted to open up for everybody to let them know like how easy this is, that this is 3-minute activities. Think even if you can't do a whole hour of them, think about what your business will change if you take 3 minutes a day to do any of these challenges. Like, we are way overcomplicating the fact that we don't have everybody says, I don't have time. I don't have time. Well, I don't care if it's when you go to sit down in the bathroom and for 3 minutes, that's when you message your people. If you want growth in your business, you will prioritize those activity times.
Well, yeah,
just
and you
getting ready to say
totally can
that.
take it into when you say breaking it down, and even if you only did the 3-minute thing, is think about if you gave yourself 2 30-minute chunks or 4 15-minute chunks. Sometimes we get paralyzed with a task that we need to do because we think it's too cumbersome. And you say, oh, I got an hour that I need to map out the stuff. No, if you have 15 minutes, do that one, and then another 15 minutes later on, it will make all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Well, piggybacking on what Tabitha said, because she said the bathroom, I was going to say the same thing. A lot of times we all like, we'll sit down and play games on our phone, maybe not always, or we'll scroll social media. Games, unless you absolutely have one that you're addicted to, get rid of them. Like, you know, they're waste of time. And if you're like me, I know me and Annette think the same way. I have ADHD, so like I go to the same thing really easily. But you can have like in your notes tab, all these things that Tabitha is getting ready to post in the Fresh Sense group. You can have them like in your notes tab and then go to your notes tab and look at it and be like, oh, okay, what should I do? I'm gonna do this right now. And then go back to your Facebook and do it while you're pooping. Like you're there anyway, you got time.
And I think that's what helps, the fact that you will have this list to be able to utilize. So when you do have that, because a lot of times I think we don't know what we're going to work on. So that 3 minutes is spent trying to think what we're going to do, and we never accomplish anything. So having a list and a system to go on that, you know, when I have 5 minutes to work, this is what I need to get done. There's no indecision time. Okay, so we are running out of time here. Okay, so let's see. This one's going to be more leader focused because I think we need to, as leaders, spend more time connecting with our downline just on just anybody. Maybe it's someone who hasn't put in an order for 6 months. We need to make sure everybody's feeling loved on. Or if it's someone who's only done one PRV this month, you know, like whatever. Sorry, Dylan, I couldn't say a straight face. Earlier today, he was calling himself one PRV Jane, but it's fine. That's a whole other story. That wasn't at anybody directly at all, but I shouldn't have said it because then I just lost it. But the point is, it doesn't matter. We have to stop only contacting our downline whenever it benefits us. There has to be love poured into them so they know that they're seen at no matter what level they are. Day 1, day 100, day 1000. So a 3-minute activity of just loving on your teamies that you might not always be in your top 10 or the people that you always talk to.
Yep.
So since we are getting, I really don't like to go over because I like to respect your guys' time. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So I'm going to read some of these and then we'll end with a good one. Okay, so 3 minutes of checking your news tab and team pages. A lot of times I think good information is missed, especially on team pages, because we might not get the notification that something was posted in there. So if you can set a time that you go through, people are sharing stuff like crazy. Like there's so much good content out there that Facebook is hiding from us. So checking news tab regularly, Thursdays are a really good day. That's in my system to check news tab on Thursdays because that's typically when we get our new releases. Take 3 minutes to tidy up your workspace. If you are someone that your brain does not function when it's dirty, enough time to just clean the area you're working in, or an hour to be able to clean your office. You will get so much more work done if things are where you go to grab them. If your office looks and your mind is clear, you will just work better if you're a person that's like that. If you're a person who can work in mass chaos, you keep doing you, boo. But me ain't like that. So if that relates to you, then no. Okay, so this would have been a 5-minute activity. Creating content for your next week. This goes right back into talking about when we know what to expect from ourselves, we are going to function on all cylinders, honestly, because we know what we're working on. So maybe you want to do fun themes in your VIP page. You want to be able to schedule out your posts in your VIP page. You want to be able to know what you're going to put in your stories every single day. And, Annette said, I'm consistent. I'm consistent because I've already set the expectation for myself for that week of what I'm going to post. A lot of times the week before, I'm like, I want to use Scentsy Swipes in my counter. I want to make sure that I'm changing my air purifier filter. So when it comes to my days off from my day job, I know what I'm going to work on and I'm going to put those in my stories. Because if you're not putting, when you use our products on social media, you are missing out. People need to see that you're actually using the products that you are trying to sell them. That is such a huge thing. That is sharing versus selling. Now I could do a whole other thing on that. Okay, moving on. Well, it was schedule a post for tomorrow. Let's do that one. Okay, take 3 minutes, schedule a post for tomorrow. If you don't have a VIP group, just pick something you're going to put in your notes section of your phone that you can literally copy and paste and post tomorrow. Or if you have a VIP page, go ahead and schedule something. But I want us all to at least have something going out tomorrow. Fun idea would be like there's so many new lifestyle pictures people have been taking. If you have not seen Danny's pictures of the Easter collection, those are so cute. I even saw Cheryl commented on it and said, you just sold me. I'm going to buy one now because those pictures are cute. Like they're adorable. So use in real life pictures and showcase a product. Post that you did a power hour last night with your team and you're super excited about the things that you learned and the customer service you're going to be able to implement. I think we overthink it a lot. And it just has to be to the basics of just sharing your life, sharing how you're working, sharing what brings you joy, share how it benefits you. Maybe I won't give you quite 3 minutes. I gave you a download on that though. I don't want to rush these, but I also don't want to keep you over. So, all right, another activity is taking 3 minutes to ask customers to review purchases. Did you know that Scentsy.com now has a review section on our products that our customers can go and leave their reviews on the website? It's freaking cool. So this is something that we should be asking our customers as part of our follow-up system. How did you like it? Was it what you expected? And don't take it personal if they have a poor experience. Just see how you can make it better. Because there are negative Nancy's in the world. There are people you won't always make happy. But the way you approach a situation is going to very much determine the outcome of it. Again, that could be a whole other training.
An example, if you have someone that's in your VIP group that is one of your frequent fragrance flower purchasers, and they will send you pictures of day 1 through day 50, like what day it looks at day 15. Ask when they send you that text and say, look how pretty my flowers. I'm like, would you be willing to post that in our VIP group and share how much you love the flowers or whatever? And they're more willing to do that. And then you could also turn around and thank them for doing that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Some type of way of getting it to where it comes from your customers. Other customers are going to see that, and people want in on what other people are doing. So if they personally send you that message, don't be afraid to be like, thank you so much for sharing. I think this would also help my other customers. Can you please go post that on my VIP page? Simple as that. Okay. Something that you can do 3 minutes a day is track expenses that you might have had for that week. I know I fall victim of not preparing my taxes the year before. Like I say, I'm going to do every single year, and then I have to spend a whole complete day completing that. So if you track them as you go, it will make your life a little easier. So simply having that set up. All right, and our final thing to wrap it up here, I want everybody to set 2 goals for themselves, for this week. And it can be as simple as I want to get 1 order. I want to have 5 joint conversations. I want to post on my story every day this week until Sunday. I want to find 1 new customer. I want to create a VIP page. It does not have to be huge goals. But remember, when we make micro goals, the whole point of them is to get us to our big goal. So make sure everything you are working on is aligned with what you want from your future. And I think that's the most important thing in so many different aspects of our lives that we don't think about. We need to be setting ourselves up for success in everything that we're doing and making sure it's aligned with our vision. So just take a couple minutes to do that, and then we will wrap it up. Does anybody have any questions? You can also find this Power Hour document on the workstation. It's really fun. It's a lot of different ideas. I will also post the link of this in the big team page. So you have both of these tonight. I just encourage you guys to implement this some way in your business, whether it's 1 week doing all, or 1 day doing all of these in an hour, or breaking it up, whatever works with your schedule. But I promise, if you implement them and you start doing them, you will definitely see growth in your business self and in your business. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for coming. I loved having so many new people. This Zoom is always open Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we do jump on Jammy time whenever Christina does it. The first or second week, I always forget what it is, but we do that in place of this. So 3 times a month, this call is always open. And you never know what you're going to get, but I'm so glad you all came. I hope you got something from this. And then if you guys have any questions, just let me know.
Thank you, Tabitha.
Thanks, Tabitha. That was great.
Welcome. Love you guys.
Love you.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you for coming. I need to